It's one of the most fascinating things anyone has.
3, 2, 1, ignition,
But I don't know if there's some. I don't
lounge time.
She said, I'm in chapter 2.
Hi, everybody.
Well, the way to chapter 2. She said
Howard here.
at the end of chapter 1.
Welcome to Lounge Academy, and welcome to yet another installment of our favorite TV show, Lounge Academy. My name is Howard. I'll be one of your co-hosts. We've got 3 co-hosts here at Lounge Academy. We've got my sidekick Mary and my sidekick Ryan Lysars, of course, who happens to be president of WBIG TV, this broadcasting network. And he will be making a grand entrance in his usual fashion a little later in the show. Right now, for you regular viewers, you know I'm making the final adjustments so that you can have as much fun as is possible. There we go. I'm gonna send a test emoji. Not that it isn't sincere, but it's being sent as a test. And now I'm eagerly waiting. There it is. It popped up with my bulging big eyes, heart eyes. Now the last thing I'm going to do is just bring up the live stream on my phone so I could be a lounge cadet just as much as you are. Here we are. The first historic ceremonial notes of the evening. Here comes my sidekick, Nick. Nick, we've got some enthusiastic hockey moms checked in at the hotel. And they seem pretty fired up, not only about hockey, but about our piano lounge. So we'll see if they show up and start tearing the place up. They look like they're ready for something that is not chasing their little kids around. Now I came in tonight. I actually got here well, I won't say early, but I got here, I guess, in a timely manner, which is unusual. So I had time to kind of, run into some of my coworkers. Apparently there's talk going around the hotel about last week's Lounge Academy episode. And they're all apologizing to me because I don't know, they thought I got beat up or something, that I ran into some difficult customers. I don't know. I don't remember any such thing. But so with each coworker I'd encounter who repeated that thing to me, my story got more and more colorful. I got more and more of a hard guy with each recounting of the story, to where now they're all afraid of me. They think I'm a Navy SEAL. Notice we started like at 5 o'clock sharp. Yeah, how's the other guy? Maybe it hit me so hard I just have no memory of it. Oh yeah, Janet's in the house. Concert violinist Janet is here, looking great as always. She's disrobing as we speak, taking off her coat. Taking off your overcoat. Take good care of me. You belong to me. Now there's some rumors that Gary Marino is back on the continent. Think that's true? So we might be in store for some real surprises tonight. We might have the A-list at the piano round table. Could be. They might have been seeing me eating that prime rib. That's probably it, Nick. It looked like a fight to the death. It looked like a fight to beyond the death. I was still fighting it. I'll give you one more reason I'm a hero here at the hotel. My stock isn't, you know how it is at a workplace. Your stock isn't always up every day, you know? But today I'm a hero on several counts. Word's starting to spread of my miracle repair job I did. Not only miracle, but courageous. So many of you may be aware that there's a giant globe in the middle of the lobby. It's like 6 feet high. Big world globe, and you could spin it. You could look at all the places that lounge cadets travel the world and jet set lifestyles. I think that's why they put it there. But anyway, it's had this really annoying squeal, like high-pitched squeal. Hi, Janet. You look wonderful. Doesn't she look great? Everyone does. We got the best dressed room in town for sure. So anyway, it's been making this high-pitched squeal for months. And it's such a high pitch you can't even tell what direction it's coming from. And everyone would look at me like it's my loudspeaker feeding back. And I even thought it was. I'd whip over and turn the knob in a panic. This was going on for weeks. So I figured out it was coming from the globe. And everybody was afraid to fix it, you know? Because like they might make it worse or break it and get in trouble. It's pretty intimidating, you know? Taking on the world like that. But I thought about the situation for weeks. I literally did. In the middle of the night, I'd be thinking about that globe and how the bearings in it are likely configured and what could be causing that squeal and how to approach it and how to troubleshoot it and hopefully how to get it to stop squealing. So some of the staff members encouraged me, but they said they were out of it. They didn't want to know anything about it. Everybody was afraid. Pauline's here. night's getting good. The night is shaping up, literally and figuratively. So anyway, last week, you guys didn't even know this. I brought in a little bottle. It's actually made, I sent away to a piano repair place. It's this little plastic bottle with a hypodermic needle on the end of it. And you could put really fine lubricants in it. So I brought it in. I put my own, literally my own brand of oil in it. And then I went ahead. I whipped over there. First I put a couple of drops at the top on the North Pole. It had no effect. Then I went to the South Pole. It was making a racket. I got just a few drops. I saw what was wrong finally. The bearings actually collapsed where you got metal on metal. So I put like 3 drops of 20 weight oil down there. It immediately stopped squealing and rumbling. There's like 10 kids spinning it right now and you wouldn't know it. But I just realized I had the house mic open, which was probably making it a little harder to hear my interesting story. But anyway, as the world turns, so does Lounge Academy. And it's just, boy, there's this girl spinning it right now. They can't keep their hands off that world. Those kids know the world is theirs someday. Nice to see you, Ryan Lysars, president of WBIG TV. You're looking sharp. That's a great outfit. Now, if I didn't tell you, would you know kids are spinning the globe?
It's miraculous.
You hear that? Ryan said it's miraculous. Nick Otto said we saved the world.
So I can't help but notice I'm sitting in Barbara's seat.
Well, she's not sitting there now. Hopefully she'll be here.
Yeah, hopefully she doesn't.
We don't have as many seats as we used to have. We used to have 7, now we have 6.
Why the shortage?
Well, that's a good question, Ryan. There's an interesting story behind that. Turn this up so that Janet doesn't have to struggle to hear it. In the olden days, we used to have to steal all the chairs from different places in the building. Whereas we pretty much had to fend for ourselves. But now they've got a new policy, apparently, where they tell us not to, and they bring them. I guess we're making them nervous, pulling them out from underneath the bottoms of customers and stuff. Well,
I don't know, does that mean we're moving up in the world?
and we got better ones. These are ones that were in a storeroom that don't have as many miles, as many cycles on them. We seem to be. I think because we made the world get quieter.
Are they aware of that, or did you do that in secret?
After it was a success, I started bragging about it. I did it in secret, and then once it worked and didn't do any damage, I started boasting wildly about it.
Once you verified that there wasn't a bunch of ooze coming out, oozing down the globe.
Right. dissolving it or something, right?
Yeah.
Well, the owner basically owns like everything,
He owns the world.
It's in kind of in a personal sense. So when you break something, it's a very personal thing,
Well, yeah, and you don't want to get on his past.
especially to the person who does it. I'm not going to say whether I've broken anything or not.
I need to get a green vest. Because
There's a kind of a hush. Says Brian Platz, wonderful to see you, sir. I love your cat. It's like a fine specimen of a cat. Cats are great, aren't they? I was telling Mary, I wish we could bring our cat. You ever see anybody walking a cat? Mary had this conversation earlier, and I said, yeah, they walk the cat once, and then you never see them doing it again. We've been feeding Jeffrey. We put him on a carnivore diet. We used to give him that cereal, those bags of dry food, kibbles and stuff. Like for the first 10 years we gave him that. The cadets just toasted each other. I doubt that. It's possible. It is possible. The cadets have been known to do something, nice things like that. We've got several dining tables set up special for our cadets in the lounge. You might be able to see them from some of the camera angles. I'm not sure if you can actually. Yeah, from this angle you can see them. They're reserved for dining. They're reserved for your prime rib. They're reserved for your 1995. The same price you could get a car painted for in the 1950s. You could buy a beautiful prime rib steak with all the sides. They'll even give you a takeout container if you ask for one, which you will. It's impossible to eat the whole thing. Mine lasts till Sunday. It counts as grocery shopping in my house. And to get your own prime rib special, all you have to do is approach any Hyatt employee, any staff member, any manager, whatever they're doing. If they're sweeping up, and they're constantly cleaning in here, so there's a lot of people. Approach any one of them and wink and say in a low voice, you'd like the Lounge Cadet Special. They will rush your order right to the chef. And you'll have a 1995 prime rib that's out of this world. Speaking of worlds, Michael Heath, now he knows something about eating and restaurants and fine dining. How are you, Michael? Are you in Cancun yet? Nice to see you, Donna. I've been playing 20 minutes without playing a song. We're milking it. Well, the girls are pounding down their first round of drinking in our first period action. Once in a while I stop playing nothing and do an ending. Andrea is saying hi from her and Dave. She's authorized to speak on his behalf. Nice to see you too. Setting my mouse down. Now that's a sentence that probably was very rarely said before the invention of the personal computer. How many times throughout history did somebody say, "I'm going to set my mouse down"?
Well, if they worked in a lab.
That's true, if they worked in a lab.
There's probably more rats.
They've got 2 pet rats, a person who works at Starbucks. Wow, Ryan loves rats. She's a ferret. Ferrets are awesome. Do you buy a rat, or, I mean, we've got them just natively. Did she? You could probably, like, you know. Yeah.
They're not exactly the same.
They're not the same?
I mean, they are the same. The pet rats.
Are there like west side, east side, north side, South Buffalo?
Well, pet rats have been bred for that purpose for so long. They're not. Their temperament is much different. They call them fancy rats.
Fancy rats.
Yes.
Well, that makes sense. So they've sort of become custom bred a little bit.
Yeah, kind of
Like dogs? Dogs?
Yeah. It would be like adopting a wolf compared to adopting
Instead of a schnauzer. Yeah. I bet rats make great pets. They say they're very intelligent. I don't know who they are, but
rats are very intelligent.
I always feel kind of privileged when I'm near a rat because they don't deserve the bad rap they get. Especially now with modern hygiene, I don't think they're as dangerous as they were at one time because we had filth running down streets and things as a way of just managing it. And so they drag themselves through it and spread it. And that's not really the rule anymore.
Rats are, by nature, rather clean animals.
They're rather clean animals by nature.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad to hear that about rats.
You know, that whole plague thing, that was the fleas.
Susan Myers might have some. The Myers sisters know about all kinds of things. The Myers sister, Susan checking in. Great to see you, Susan. Now we could start the party. Yes, here he comes. Here they come. We like the East, we like the West. The great Cindy West.
Move into this thing up front and take my seat. That's the most horrifying story. Just like Angela was watching the documentary about the making of the song, We Are the World, and it said that Michael Jackson had a Penn State, and it started slithering at Lionel Richie and hissing at him. This has to be my turn at this point.
I didn't recognize that you were coming in. Is this like a alter ego?
All the women ladies are here just saying that.
What a great start we're off to tonight.
Ryan, you and I are the training ladies. Is that right? So Ryan, I was thinking of you at the St. Louis Choir. We're now singing things drunk. Common prayer. We're doing Tudor music. I'm developing a taste for we do. Call to remembrance. I love this one line. Oh Lord, forgive me this offenses of my youth. Yeah. That's my act. Over coffee after.
Is it from the hymn or is it from the book?
It's a Tudor church music, so he's just got it right out from Oxford University. Yeah, so we did.
So what's new out there in Lounge Cadet land?
And last week was his
I'm the one who's been doing all the talking. I'm not a very good listener. Why don't you guys tell me what you've been up to?
As I say, the music that they have is better than the typical Catholic music.
I didn't mean to make it all about me.
Most churches continue to use that 1960s.
Yeah, we do a lot of Latin stuff, a lot of Renaissance stuff. We've got Palestrina. Really a lot like
Oh, I know they have good
I'm getting tired of not playing anything. These books are falling apart. That's what they do.
like the Latin Mass.
Maybe we'll find some new. Hey, there's Joey, and he's got another chair for us. How wonderful. Well, thank you, Joey.
You're welcome.
Very thoughtful. See how great they are here? Well, thank you, sir. Thank you. Arcangelo. What an honor, sir, having the maestro here with us. What are you working on? How's your concerto coming? Is that what you've been working on lately? Or did you get sidetracked as a little distraction, like a break? Or are you pretty good at staying laser focused on one thing at a time? Which certainly is not a trait of mine. I like to go whichever way the wind blows me. Weird stuff's in this one. There's one we've never done. I don't think we've ever done it here. Pages are all... They're like ancient scrolls. You have to unscroll them. Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore trees. Dream a little dream of me. Say nighty night and kiss me. Hold me tight and tell me you miss me while I'm alone, as blue as can be. Dream a little dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on near. Just save in your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear. Just saying this. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries behind you. And in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me. Who wrote that one? I gotta unscroll it so I could read who wrote it. It's all rolled up like a cigarette. Words by Gus Kahn, music by Wilbur Schwant. Wilbur Schwant. And Fabian Audrey. Well, they came up with a great tune. Mama Cass did a great job with that one. She was a great belter, boy. See, now I could have gone for a Mama Cass. Nice to see you, Frederick. We're talking about Mama Cass Elliott. Like all of them. Yeah, from like partying or something. Oh, she was eating. That's the way I want to go, eating a hot dog. I love hot dogs. As long as it's charcoal broiled with everything on it. That's the way I'm going to go out in a blaze of glory. Like Mama Cass. Trudy Salmon says hello to everyone. It's another beautiful day in Western New York and a snow moon tomorrow night. Now, what is a snow moon? How did that elude me all these years, that term? The girls love the hat. Turn up the joke mic a little bit. Frederick, the girls love the hat in the audience. Frederick's wearing, that's his father's hat, Susan Myers. Susan Myers likes your hat, Frederick. It's his father's. I got that one when I bought some clothes to get married. I bought that hat. It's almost 20 years. They were just adjusting things. We're kind of striking out with this book. for some reason. That was a good one, though. Sounds like I never saw this book before. Here's one. It only happens when I dance with you. That trip to heaven, when the dance is through, with no one else, to the heavens quite so near. Okay, that was the introduction. It only happens when I dance with you. That trip to heaven, when till the dance is through, with no one else to do, heaven seems quite so near. Why does it happen only with you? Two cheeks together can be so divine, but only when those cheeks are yours and mine. I've danced with dozens of others the whole night through, but that thrill comes spring when anything could happen. That only happens with you. Oh, Rosemary, that only happens with you. Oh, yeah, yeah. Only happens with you. Nice to see you, Rosemary. No, that's a nice song. Have you guys ever heard that song? Probably not. That's what Lounge Academy is all about. It's preserving these old songs the way we preserve these old buildings downtown that have survived. We preserve them through neglect. Rosemary and I just appeared together on stage. Right, Rosemary? Just a couple nights ago. Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Kunz is in the house. Buffalo's leading classical organist. We'll have to remember that song. It's easy to remember, isn't it? Your sweet expressions, the smile you gave me, the way you looked when we met. It's easy to remember, so hard to forget. So hard to forget. So I must read to have your hand caress me, fingers press me tight. I'd rather dream than lonely feeling stealing through the night. Each little moment in clear before me, and well brings me regret. It's easy to remember, so hard to forget. This is a Rodgers and Hart's tune. We're pulling some real stumpers out. I wonder if Frederick knows that song. You ever hear that one? It's easy to remember. You know, I don't have that. Yeah, that was a great TV theme. Well, we could do something like it. We could do something along those lines. Of course. It's a huge, big deal. Wow. The MKG. Cindy. Wonderful to see you. Gets quiet when I stop making this noise. Thank you, Susan. That was like a song you guys would pull out of nowhere, right? It's a good one. What a nice surprise. Nice coat, very nice. I like it. It's great seeing everyone again, right, Kathy? Kathy Moses. Again, this couldn't happen again. This is that once in a lifetime. This is that thrill divine. Oh, once more. This never happened before. Though I have prayed for a lifetime that such as you would suddenly be mine. Mine to have when the now and the here. This doesn't happen again. We'll have this moment forever, but never ever again. This time Joe Wall's in South Carolina. It's a great place to be. Nothing can be finer than to be in Carolina with Joe Wall. Don't nobody's noticed, so don't tell them I forgot to bring my blazer. I forgot to bring my sport coat. If I'm gonna forget something, at least it's that, not some piece of equipment I need. But nobody has noticed. And I'm enjoying the benefits of having a nice cool evening. Of course, there are certain things I keep in that jacket, like my comb. So I had to claw through my hair with my fingers like an animal to break up my gel.
The only thing is, yeah, I gotta tell
I like those gloves Mary has tonight.
Thank you. Oh, good, yeah. That was the other thing I was gonna say. Put the drink on this side of this.
No fingerprints.
Yeah, it can't go over here. That's why, yeah, we can't. That's why I often sit there, because otherwise I forget, yeah.
It was just an ending to nothing. This day and age, these letters somehow. Oh, yeah. Maybe like this. This day and age we're living in gives cause for apprehension. Speed and new invention, things like third dimension, they grow a trifle weary, like Mr. Einstein's theory. We must get down to earth at times, relieve the tension. No matter what the progress, and what yet may be proved, the simple facts of life are such they cannot be removed. You must remember this. A kiss is just a kiss. A sigh is still a sigh. The fundamental things apply as time goes by. And when two lovers woo, they still say I love you. On that you can rely. No matter what the future brings, as time goes by. Moonlight and love song, never out of date. Heart full of passions, jealousy and hate. Woman needs man, and man must have his and still the same old story. A fight for love and glory, a case of do or die. The world will always welcome lovers as time goes by. As time goes by. That's from Casablanca. Let's test the cameras, shall we? It's good to do this once in a while. Okay, there's that camera's working. This camera, I like that view tonight. This one. Then we've got my face cam and my hand cam. And then we got the rotators. So everything's working. You got to check these things from time to time. Joy Marie could tell you that, because she's a professional broadcaster, videographer. How are you, Joy? Wonderful having you with us. Happy Friday. There's so many great songs. It's wonderful having 3 hours to just explore them haphazardly, as we do here at Lounge Academy. We do everything in that kind of haphazard, because cocktail parties are supposed to be haphazard and within a certain framework. Hi, how are you? Sure. Ooh. Just say hi. I am now opening a can while playing the piano. I'm now pouring the can. And then stick around, because in a moment I'm going to show you a trick a ventriloquist taught me. We had a ventriloquist coming through here. He was an old vaudevillian. He taught me this. Watch this. I could play the piano while drinking out of a glass. Where's the camera? There it is. Here we go. Ventriloquist taught me this. Well, that went over better when the ventriloquist did it. It's a good sign when the jokes like just go right through people's, like through their forehead, through the back of their head, because that means they're transfixed on each other, and that's the goal here. My job is to be the ice cutter. Just like in the Niagara River here in Buffalo, we have an ice cutter called the Cotter. It's older than I am.
Mary, Rose, and Dominic, they have not been here before.
And then who's that called? And then Rory.
Oh, it's Renee. Renee and Andy.
Mary, what were the new ones?
Dominic and Mary Rose.
Oh, okay.
My confirmation name is Rose. That's how you remember.
Mary helping me out with some names of some new people. See how that works around here? It's teamwork. The names are the hardest part of this whole gig. See, now Jocko copped out.
Yeah, but it was
But he's really the genius for doing it. He called everybody Booby. No matter who you were Booby. I'm going to call everybody Booby, like Jocko. Right, Booby? See, now another tip while we're giving show business tips. You can never test the PA on your own wife, because your own wife is trained to tune you out in any situation. And she will not hear you even though you're talking to her through a PA and her head is right in front of it. And it's the same thing with husbands, where that's actually a protective mechanism. That's why marriages last a long time. We're giving a lot of advice tonight. It's one of my favorite Jimmy Van Heusen, Sammy Kahn songs. See how this works, everybody? When the room gets this busy and they got all so caught up in each other, I could just have a ball all by myself here. Wait. Pauline's listening in to my private conversation with myself. Thank you, Pauline. Today I may not have a thing at all, except for just a dream or two. But I've got lots of plans for tomorrow. All my tomorrows belong to you. Right now it may not seem like spring at all. We're drifting and the laughs are few. I've got rainbows planned for tomorrow. All my tomorrows belong to you. No one knows better than I that love keeps passing me by. That's fate. But with you there by my side, I'll soon be turning the tide. Just wait. As long as I've got arms that cling at all, it's you that I'll be clinging to. All the dreams I dream, beg and borrow, all my tomorrows, they won't come true. All my bright tomorrows belong to you. It's nice to see Charles here tonight. What a great night. I see beautiful burgers flying around. Who's got the burger? Ladies and gentlemen, your cheeseburger is ready, Miss West. Now I'm announcing short orders. I love it. It's great seeing Renee here tonight. Here's one nobody else in town is doing this night, this evening, at this moment, I guarantee. Lee Morse might be doing this song, because he's a pianosaurus. It's great having you here. Purple fogs over sleepy garden walls, and the stars begin to flicker in the sky. In the midst of a memory, you wander back to me, breathing my name with a sigh. In the still of the night, once again I hold you tight. Though you're gone, our love lives on when moonlight beams. And as long as my heart will beat, lovers will always meet. Here it might be purple dreams. In the still of the night, once again I hold you tight. Gone, your love lives on when moonlight beams. And as long as my heart will beat, lovers will always meet. That's Charles Russell's song. He doesn't know it.
Shut the door. Shut the door. Shut the door is shut the door is another song.
You better crank this sucker up. Thank you, Charles. It's great to see you. Beautiful. The great Charles Russell's, ladies and gentlemen. Sandra's here. Oh, yeah, yeah, Sandra's here. Nice to see you, Sandra. Now we've got 2 out of 3 of the famous Sisters Act, the Myers sisters. I want maybe Sherry's out there. We got to get her hooked up with the Facebook chatting and stuff. She might be like the Harpo Marx of the sisters, where she doesn't text, which is fine. It worked for them. It's a beautiful night here at the Hyatt. We're going to carry on like this till 8 o'clock. They're in the back flipping prime ribs. $19.95. We've got some tables reserved for you, so you can come down. You don't have to worry about not being able to eat piano side, because you can. We've got lounge piano tables they brought in special at the hotel here today for us. They're normally not here. They're here just for cadets. I have not seen Cadillac yet. I'll let you know. The days of wine and roses, laugh and run away, like a child that play through the meadowlands toward a closing door marked nevermore. That wasn't there before. Oh, lonely night discloses just a passing breeze, filled with memories of a golden smile that introduced me to the days of wine and roses and you. Just a passing breeze, filled with memories of a golden smile introduce me to the days of wine and roses. Days of wine and roses and you. Henry Mancini and Johnny Mercer. Nice to have you in the left seat. Day in, day out. The same old hoodoo follows me about. That same old pounding in my heart whenever I think of you. And darling, I think of you day in and day out. Day in. I needn't tell you how the day begins. When I awaken with a tingle. One possibility in view. That possibility may be seeing you. Come rain, come shine. You and to me the day is fine. Then I kiss your lips and the pounding becomes the roaring roar, sharpening drums. Can't you see it's love? Can't there be any doubt? When all there is day out. Day in, day out. That was called Day in, Day Out. There's a comma in the middle. This is a kind of a companion song to another request we had tonight coming up. Because they were both on Chet Baker albums. Right, Susan and Sandra? He dances overhead on my ceiling near my bed. In my sighs through the night, I try to hide in vain underneath my counterpane. Where's my love? Up above, I whisper, go away, my lover. It's not fair, but I'm so grateful to discover she's still there. I love my ceiling more since it is a dancing floor just for my love. I whisper, go away, my lover, it's not fair, 'cause I'm so grateful to discover she's still there. I love my ceiling more, since it is a dancing floor just for my love. Rogers and Hearts. Look who's here, ladies and gentlemen. It's Selena, the goddess of culture from the city of Windsor, the official goddess of culture for the city. It's an honor having you with us, Selena. What's new in culture? Is that a song request, Joy? There is a song called that. I should not assume I'm getting a compliment. It's not in this book. I can find that. It's a great song. Fly me to the moon. We're gonna fly Joy to the moon. We're gonna go to the electronic device. I love devices. Oh, well, thank you, Selena. The honor is ours. Get out. We don't have that in here. It must be in one of the books. Okay, we'll do Come Fly With Me instead. Then we'll come back to that one. I can't believe it. Yeah, that's one I haven't put in the device yet. It's such an obvious. This is for Joy, even though she requested the other moon song, the other fly song. Well, thank you, Selena. Appreciate that compliment coming from my singing partner. I haven't seen him. He must be sleeping. Jet lag doesn't bother him. Wow, he's a real. Come fly with me. Ooh, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come fly with me. Let's fly away. Oh, come fly with me. Let's float down to Peru. In Lama Land, there's a one-man band. We'll tune his flute for you. Come fly with me. Let's take off for the blue. Once we get up there, where the air is rarefied, we'll just glide, starry-eyed. Up there, I'll be holding you so near. You can hear angels cheer on account of we're together. Weather-wise, such a lovely day. Say the word, we'll beat the bird to Acapulco Bay. It's perfect for a flying honeymoon. They say, oh, come fly with me. Ooh, let's fly. Oh yeah, go fly. Okay, now we're going to get around to the song you really requested. I just have to find it. I found it. See, now I know to put it in the device. That song's being elusive, Joy. I think it's in here. Because I've had this book for 60 years, you start to get a sense of what's in it. Well, that's a nice request, Susan. I don't know if we have that one. Doesn't mean we won't have it next week, though. You do something to me. I'll look though. Fly me to the moon. Play among the stars. Frederick, let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Fill my heart with song, let it sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. Yeah, yeah. Oh, in other words, I love you. Great request by the great Joy. You do something. The great Joe is in the room, ladies and gentlemen. The great Joe Galvin is in the room. Representing local 897, our brothers, the brothers.
Automotive Brothers.
Automotive Brothers.
I brought my brother with me, so he'll be entering shortly.
Very nice. I understand. When the coast is clear, the big guy will come in. This is the one we're looking for, Joe.
Got it?
Yeah, got it. Everybody shape up. Joe's buddy's coming in. He's the union boss. The great Jim Corbin. Ladies and gentlemen, Jim's in the room.
Jim's in the house.
He's in the house. Jim Corbin is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. From the original cast of Lounge Academy. From the first season.
The first season.
From the classic first season. That some people claim was the best cast. Some people, but I deny that we ran out of material. simply mystify me. Tell me, why should it be? You have the power to hypnotize me. Let me live neath your spell. You do that voodoo that you do so well. You do something to me that nobody else can do. That's what the Myers sisters do to me. That's from 50 Million Frenchmen. You ever hear of that show? 50 Million Frenchmen. It's a Frenchmen. Frenchmen, yeah.
They can't be wrong, right?
They can't be wrong. Nice to see you, Jim.
Good. How are you doing, Howard?
Very good. You look well.
Yeah, thanks. So are you?
Yeah, well, thank you. Just water.
I see you're thinking of opening a merch store.
Well, yeah, it's just something I keep forgetting to do. You know, I mean, I've had a bunch of them, and then the website breaks or something, and I forget all about it. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's more comments here I can't see. Oh, thank you, Susan and Sandra. I had to scroll to see you guys there. That was a great request. Looks like Angela's going to pack it up. She's going to get her fingers dried. Her fish, she's going to get her fish fried. I'm going to work on that for this place. We got to. We have a fish and chips here?
Yeah.
Oh, they do?
We do.
Oh, good. Okay.
But I'm going to integrate it.
Yeah, I understand.
Have a good night.
Thank you for starting off your big night with us. Ladies and gentlemen, Angela from the State Department of Redundancy Department. Okay. Hey there, Nick Otto. How's your dinner? Everything your satisfaction? come stealing. We glide through a lover's refrain. You're so appealing. I'm soon revealing my love for you over again. I dim all the lights and I sink in my chair. The smoke from my cigarette climbs through the air. The walls of my room fade away in the blue, and I'm deep in a dream of you. The smoke makes a stairway for you to descend. You come in my arms, may this bliss never end. For we love anew, just as we used to do, when I'm deep in a dream of you. And from the ceiling, sweet music comes stealing. We glide through a lover's refrain. You're so appealing that soon I'm revealing my love for you over again. Cigarette burns me, I wake with a start. My hand doesn't hurt, but there's pain in my heart. Awake or asleep, every memory I keep, when I'm deep in a dream of you. What a great request. Eddie Van Heusen and Eddie Delange and Jimmy Van Heusen. That's a real kind of a far out song. Very hip sounding song. Chet Baker had a girlfriend. She was a singer. She was with him for quite a while. She picked up a lot of his influence, musical influence. And she recorded her own Standards album, which I own, but I think it's on iTunes, and I don't have an Apple anymore. I got to figure out how to get it online somehow. But I bought her album. She's got a great interpretation of many of the songs. And I will not think of her name because I have not. I'll have to report back on that. Thank you, Susan. That's a fun request. Nobody would have requested that. I used to play around with that years ago, before I was singing. I always liked the song. turn to when nobody needs me? My heart wants to know, and so it must go where destiny leads me. No star to guide me, no one beside me. I'll go on my way after each day. The darkness will hide me. Maybe tomorrow I'll find what I'm after. I'll throw off my sorrow, beg, steal, or borrow my share of laughter. With you I could learn to. With you on a new day. But who can I turn to when you turn away? There's no star to guide me, no one beside me. I'll go by my way, and after each day, this darkness will hide me. And maybe tomorrow I'll find what I'm after. Throw off my sorrow. I'll beg, steal, and borrow my share of laughter. With you I can learn to. With you on a new day. But who can I turn to when you turn away? Anthony Newley, thank you. Always? That's because you know, well, just don't pay too much attention. Don't look too closely. Thank you, though. No, thank you. See, I have to learn how to take a compliment, you know? I'm too immature to take a compliment.
I sit here and I'm chatting and very good, but I'm listening.
I know you are. And I'm listening to what you're saying. It's wonderful having the great Charles and Laura Russell with us this evening, and the great Tony Kunz. I like your you are watching Lounge Academy. Which makes you a lounge cadet by reasons of ex officio, by virtue of ex officio. And we carry on like this once a week on a very steady basis. It's every Friday night, and it's every Friday night from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. East Coast time. It's New York time. And we're very happy to be at the Hyatt Regency, Buffalo. Surrounded by beautiful vistas of downtown Buffalo, the great historic buildings, panorama around us through the glass atrium there that we're enjoying.
Oh no, Fred, you just smile. We have to do one more. We have to do one more. Fred didn't smile. I want you to hit it with a smile. All right. Take a smile. Okay. Wait, one more with my camera. Oh, there.
Let's check the cameras again, ladies and gentlemen. It's always good to have like situational awareness about the equipment, which I just take it for granted that it's going to work, and it's checking our levels, everything looks good. What kind of fool am I? Who never fell in love. It seems that I'm the only one that I've been thinking of. What kind of man is this? An empty shell, a lonely cell in which this empty heart must dwell. What kind of lips are these that lie with every kiss, that whispered empty words of love that left me alone like this? Why can't I fall in love like any other man? And maybe then I'll know what kind of fool I am. kind of clown am I? What do I know of life? Why can't I cast away this mask of clay and live my life? Why can't I fall in love till I don't give a damn? And maybe then I'll know what kind of fool I am. Oh, sure. It's right here, Tony. It's under the bell. There's so many great songs. This one we did last week. Let's do it again. Oh, you're so great, Susan.
Look at the camera, stop talking.
Joe's our official photographer around here. Don't worry, he's a painter. Now for the acrobatic circus act, part of the act. Hey Joe, take some more with your camera, would you? Joe does a great job taking pictures. Those are so valuable. Take a few with your camera, Joe. You don't have to take a million of them, just a few. Goes right under the bell. That's it. Takes a little practice, but yeah.
But Teddy like the juice as well. She just came back from country house. Maybe she's tired.
I haven't seen her. She might be out partying with, Charlie's group. She's probably singing.
Charlie, there's a whole range of stories. Gary's not here.
I can only imagine. Heart and soul, I fell in love with you. Heart and soul, the way the world would do madly. Because you held me tight and stole a kiss in the night. Heart and soul, I begged to be adored, lost control, and tumbled overboard gladly. That magic night we kissed, and there was moonlight. Ooh, but your lips were thrilling, much too thrilling. I never before were mine so strangely see what wonders can be with me. It's got me loving you madly. That little kiss you stole, heart and soul. We're heading into the third period action here at Lounge Academy. The night is whipping along at 100 miles an hour. It does, it feels like it's going in fast motion. Switching the action to a little Gershwin. The third period is nice for Gershwin. Life has just begun. Jack has found his Jill. Don't know what you've done, but I'm all athrill. How can words express your divine appeal? You can never guess all the love I feel. From now on, lady, I insist. For me, no other girls exist. It's wonderful. It's marvelous. You could care for me. Awful night, paradise, it's what I love to see. You made my life so glamorous. You can't blame me for being amorous. Wonderful, it's marvelous that you should care for me, that you should care for me. That was for Trudy. Isn't it a great song, Trudy? Gershwin. That's why we saved some of the Gershwins for the third period. Not really, but I like to make it sound like there's a science to this. It's a Sammy Kahn tune. Well, thank you, Sandra. What a great compliment. It is a beautiful song. I should care. I should go around weeping. I should care. I should go without sleeping. Strangely enough, I sleep well, except for a dream or two. But then I count my sheep well. Funny how sheep can lull you to sleep so. I should let it upset me. I should care, but it just doesn't get me. Maybe I won't find someone as lovely as you, but I should care, and I do. Thank you, Joe. Remember being that guy?
Maybe for my 80th we'll try it again.
You know I should care, and I do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem, right? My heart stood still. Thank you, Sandra. Yeah, I frustrated a lot of teachers. True story. Then I just made up my own lesson program called LoungeACADemy.
Jacqueline would be proud.
He'd be happy that it all, I could actually,
Came together.
yeah, I mean, he believed this when, you know, I just went along for the ride because how could you say no to the guy? And here we are. He did. But I mean, it didn't matter. I was willing to stick with it no matter what, you know? It wasn't like, oh, I can't do this. It was like, well, I'll do as much as I can, you know? I thought he was nuts.
He was.
He was nuts. I think that's why he liked me.
You're so right.
I took one look at you. That's all I meant to do. And then my heart stood still. My feet could step and walk. My lips could move and talk. And yet my heart stood still. Though not a single word was spoken, I could tell you knew that unfelt clasp of hands told me so well you knew. I never lived at all until the thrill of that moment when my heart stood still. That moment when my heart stood still. My heart stood still. Ooh, that heart stood still. Oh yeah. That was for Lou Custodi if he's out there. He inspired me. We're gonna have to start like 8-hour shifts because there's so many great songs. Good night, Jim. Great seeing you. Thanks, Joe. Thanks for taking a few pictures, Joe. Thanks for taking a few shots. He's a great photographer, ladies and gentlemen. He not only painted houses, but he could paint scenes in his mind and put them on silver nitrate canvas. What the hell is this? Wouldn't that be fun? To party with Don? This is Don's vamp. This is the Don vamp. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I feel bad that we didn't use up all the glasses like last week. I feel like that's like hitting it into the bleachers, you know? We seem to be having a deficit of people ordering steaks tonight. This place settings, unless they turned the settings over. I'm looking forward to a prime rib. I saw you last night and got that old feeling when you came inside. I got that old feeling the moment you danced by. I felt a thrill, and when you caught my eye, my heart stood still. Once again it seemed to feel that old yearning, and I knew the spark of love was still yearning. Pamela, there'll be no new romance for me. It's foolish to start, but that old feeling is still in my heart. Oh, I see Pamela's here. Oh yeah, yeah. I saw you last night and got that old feeling when you came in sight. Pamela, I've got that old feeling the moment you danced by. I felt a thrill, and when you caught my eye, my heart stood still. Once again it seemed to get that old yearning, and I knew that spark of love was still burning. The moon, do, 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 do. Oh, still in my heart. Oh, that old yearning when Pamela danced by. Ooh, yeah, my mind. That old feeling. That old feeling. Old feeling. Ooh, old feeling, yeah. Then she blew a kiss to me. The rest was history. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I was inspired by the wonderful Pamela. Hello, Pam.
Are you familiar with the band The Road?
The Road, of course I remember The Road with the Hudson Brothers.
Bobby
See from the road? See, that proves I was there because I can't remember. They were great. I used to see them at Mean Guys East. Wasn't Dave Elder in the road for a while too? Oh yeah. Continuing on in the People's KFC. In the wee small hours of the morning, while the whole wide world is fast asleep, you lie awake and think about the boy and never ever think of counting sheep. When your lonely heart has learned its lesson, you'll be his if only he would come. In the wee small hours of the morning, that's the time you miss him most of all. In the wee small hours of the morning, while the whole wide world is fast asleep.
Always a thank you.
Well, thank you, Richard. Frederick, I'm multitasking. Oh, Frederick's yes. When your lonely heart has learned its lesson, has your lonely heart learned this lesson? You'll be hers if only Cadillac would call. Thank you, Janet. In the wee small hours of the morning, oh, that's the time you miss her most of all. Thank you, Pamela. Oh, going home. Going home. Oh, yeah. Going home to see my cat. I'm going home. Going home to see my cat. Chandelier. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Susan. appreciate that. Isn't it, Brenda? It's a great night. Thank you. I'm glad you're with us. Brenda says hi, everybody. Wow, that's a beautiful looking drink, Pamela. So happy looking.
He's gonna be a couch potato.
Come late, buddy. It's almost over.
It doesn't matter.
It's all right as long as we get to see Pamela.
Yeah, I know. Frederick, I should have been here. So I can't twist your arm to go over to Jeff.
They say I'll move the mountains, and Pamela, I'll move the mountains.
If she asked me to get it out of the way.
If she wants them out of the way. Crazy, she calls me. Sure, I'm crazy. Crazy in love, I'd say. Say I'll go through fire, and I'll go through fire. As she wants it, so shall it be. Crazy, she calls me. Sure, I'm crazy. Crazy in love, you see. Like the wind that shakes the bough, she moves me with her smile. The difficult I'll do right now. The impossible will take a little while. They say I care forever, and I mean forever. If I have to hold up the sky. Crazy, she calls me. Sure, I'm crazy. Crazy in love, am I? Crazy in love, am I?
Thank you. I actually cleaned them before I came.
Thank you. Thank you, VIP table. They did. Just pretend you're eating. Chew. Just chew. No, I'm not a genius. I just took my time and figured it out. You know, I had the chisels out, but I didn't use them. Yeah, I love my chisels. I bought a really nice set once. Some Line Nielsen. They're really nice. They're like, I'm afraid, yeah. Well, what I did is, I took a piece of oak flooring, real hard oak. And then I roughly dimensioned it, I marked it, and I roughly dimensioned it using a Japanese saw, which is by hand, which is actually, they're really good because you pull them. They're real thin, flimsy saws, so you pull them instead of pushing. They'd break if you pushed it. So what's cool is you do it at an angle, like you mark the thing, and then you do it and you just keep pulling it toward the line, and it goes in a straight line. Yeah, it cuts in a really straight line. So I did that. I ripped it twice, and made it a little bit oversized. Then a little oversized, and then I took a what do they call it? It's a special scrub. It's called a scrub plane. SCRUB scrub. And it's for dimensioning lumber to get it down to the close to the final size instead of using a regular plane. It just like rips them. It's got a curved end, a curved tongue on it, and it just rips, gouges. It's like a gouge. It just works really quick. So then you get down like very close to the line, and then you use a smoothing plane from there. It's how you do like furniture making is done that way. You know, I studied it. You know, read some books and once and practiced it. I'm not real advanced with it, but I got the basics. You know.
Very clever then. Very. I used to say it, you know, I had a hardwood flooring business. I got so excited.
Oh, really?
I can't believe you didn't use like just a skill saw just to cut.
Well, you know, I don't have any power equipment hooked up. It's like I got a table saw sitting there, and it's like it's not set up, and it's like, you know what? You're supposed to be able to do small jobs like this. Just grab the hand tools and do it. So it's good practice. Those chiselers are great. I should have made some kerfs with it because I could have made the end really square and everything. That would have been a good idea. But it didn't matter for this. It works great. Yeah, I put it in before I started. I'm not sure. It might be around the 50s, maybe 50s or 60s. It's not that old for a piano. It's a very nice piano, but I don't like the thing being exposed where, you know, kids could lift this up and Jocko's stuff is here, all his handwritten songs, and I hate to think of somebody just thinking it's junk and ripping it off. It would be heartbreaking. You know, it's a treasure. So this sucker is locked. Good night, Cindy. Nice to see you. Some like the north, some like the south. Oh, but I know what I like best. Cindy West. Thanks for making tonight so enjoyable. People are heading on to the next phase of their show business evening. That's what's so great about this. They head off to other venues, theaters, right in the district. Thank you, Frederick. I'll say hi to Cadillac for you. Nice seeing you. Thanks for coming.
Now I got 3 places to go.
Now I've got Pamela out of myself. Oh, that's why Barbara's not here. He's the other man. I saw him at the Curtis. He was great at the Curtis Hotel on the roof. Yeah, several years ago. Yeah, and he was with his son. Is it his son or his son-in-law? Son-in-law. His daughter was there. A lot of fun group.
I love his falsetto. He's got like that. He does Hey There Lonely Girl.
Here's a song for Ari Silverstein. Ooh, Ari. He's going to do a pole dance to this one, just like Electra. Ooh, I'm going to love you like nobody's loved you, come rain or come shine. What's the weather going to be like this weekend? High as the mountains, deep as the river, come rain or come shine. Guess when you met me, it was just one of those things. But don't ever bet me, 'cause I'm gonna be true if you let me. You're gonna love me like nobody's loved me, come rain or come shine. Happy together, oh so happy together. Oh, won't it be fine? Days may be cloudy or sunny, we're in or we're out of all that money. Oh, I'm with you always. I'm with you, rain or shine. What is the weather report for this weekend? Colder. Oh, that's right. I heard it was going to be.
Like 16 degrees, and then it's going to be 60 by Wednesday. That's crazy. We're on a roller coaster.
Well, I'm psyched because I fixed one of the furnaces in the mansion
Oh, did you?
yesterday.
Yeah.
It's been out for like 2 years, right? It's just one of them. It's got a bunch of them.
Yeah, it's got like zone heat.
But when it's really cold, I haven't been going there because it's like too cold to rehearse.
Yeah.
If it's in the 20s, it just doesn't cut. Now I'm all set though.
Yeah.
I can crank that sucker on.
I'm going home. I want to say goodbye.
It's been wonderful, Janice.
Wonderful.
So glad you were here. So glad you worked us into your Friday night.
Love being here Friday.
I do too.
Yeah, you like it?
I do.
That's good.
There's no place I'd rather be.
Same. All right, I'll see you next week.
I'm gonna hold you to that, Janet. She promises, ladies and gentlemen. Next act is getting ready to go on. It's a kids act. It's a kids circus. They're great. You're going to love them. They fly through the air, do all kinds of tricks. This is some stripper music for Pauline. Okay, home audience. Not necessarily that you're home. Chat. cast members. What should we do here? We got 21 minutes to go. Lots of time for some great stuff.
We think civil and we should go shopping together. But it's just great seeing you here. I love it. Look at your style. Look at it is beautiful.
Is this an Anthony Newley tune? It's got very small type. Maybe I could turn it sideways and flip it.
Yeah, they sell them at Salvation Army sometimes. Is that where you got it? Got the light, Sarah.
I think we did this one in a different key. Okay, forget that. I think we already did that tonight.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I do too. Yes.
We'll do some of our own favorites here. This heart of mine was doing very well. The world was fine as far as I could tell. Suddenly I met you, and I dreamed of gay amour. At dawn I woke up singing sentimental overtures. This heart of mine is dancing gaily now. I taste the wine of real romancing now. This crazy world is taking on a wonderful design. As long as life endures, it's yours, this heart of mine. Wonderful design. As long as life endures, it's yours, this heart of mine. This heart of mine.
Where'd Joe Gilvin go?
Yeah, he and Jim took off.
They're your clappers.
Yeah, he is. He's a
Clap.
he's a pro clapper, that's for
He
sure.
is.
He can, yeah.
He had me going.
If I looked at you and began to sing, I'm not as crazy as I seem to be. After all, it's spring And if I collect bits of straw and string, I'm only doing what those robins do. After all, it's spring. If I dream out loud when we're in a crowd and forget the time of day, darling, bear with me when they stare at me and remark, there goes an April Fool in May. And if I hear bells and there's no such thing, I'm only dreaming of a day to be when they really ring. After all, yeah. After all, it's spring. You got to get those spring songs in shape, right? It won't be long. I already ordered my summer tires, in fact. They're at the What's $700? You're getting a boat? Nice. Beautiful. Could use it probably pretty early in the season this year, the way things are going. See, I bought expensive studded snow tires this year instead of like. That's why you could buy a speedboat, because it gave us great weather. Yeah, see? You could share the credit. So now that I got the snow tires and found out they charge $120 to mount a set of tires now, figured I can't do that twice a year. So I ordered I ordered rims. I ordered original equipment refurbished rims. And now I need another set of tires. So this whole thing is costing me about $2,500 so that I could have like real snow tires for a change. But you know, it was like a new car with those things on there. It's like a tank. Unbelievable. I could have bought 2 boats. But I'm psyched because they're waiting at the UPS store. Only 3 of the rims though. One of them got orphaned and it's coming in Monday instead. Yeah. See, when you have studs, you got to get them off by a certain date in April. Or else they arrest you and like send you. By July 4th. So that I knew I was forcing myself to do this when I made that one move, that one chess move. I knew I was going to have to, I've got a plow. I've got a 70 International Scout I use as a plow. Remember those? International Harvester. But I wouldn't want to drive it all the time. It's all, I mean, there's no creaser comforts at all, you know? Yeah, there's no boot on the shifter, all the wind's blowing in on you and the exhaust and everything. You can't lock it. It's fun though when you need it. That thing you don't need snow tires. Whatever's on it, it doesn't care. Gonna do a nice one for Pamela. It's a very romantic song about furniture.
Oh, my song. I love that.
Pamela's song.
Play it earlier.
Good night, Pauline. No, I didn't play it earlier. I was saving it for you. A chair is still a chair, even though there's no one sitting there. Oh, but a chair's not a house, and a house is not a home when there's no one there to hold you tight, and no one there you can kiss goodnight. A room is still a room, even though there's nothing there but gloom. Oh, but a room is not a house, and a house is not a home when the two of us are far apart, and one of us has a broken heart. Now and then I call your name, and suddenly your face appears, but it's just a crazy game. When it ends in tears. Darling, have a heart. Don't let one mistake keep us apart. I'm not meant to live alone. Turn this house into a home when I climb the stairs and turn the key. Oh, please be there, still in love with me. I'm not meant to live alone. Turn this house into a home when I climb the stairs and turn the key. Oh, please be there, still in love with me. That was for the wonderful Pamela. Janice Schlau is in the room. Better late than never. Cadet Schlau. I've heard that song before. All the best to you, Janice. Celebrity chef to the stars. You never know, I've heard that song before. What a great evening we're having. Maybe we'll finish up with one of my favorite Cy Coleman tunes. That's what I like about the Myers sisters, Nick Otto. They never try to change me. They accept people the way they are. Crazy. I'm sentimental, so I walk in the rain. I've got some habits even Sandra can't explain. I'll start for the corner, turn up in Spain. Why try to change me now? I'll sit and I'll daydream. I've got daydreams galore. Cigarette ashes, there they go on the floor. I'll go away weekends, leave the key in the door. But why try to change me now? Why can't I be more conventional? People talk, people stare, so I try. But that's not for me, 'cause I can't see my kind of crazy world go passing me by. So let people wonder, let them laugh, let them frown. You know I love you till the moon's upside down. Don't you remember I was always your clown? Why try to change me? Why try to change me? Why try to change me now? The great Cy Coleman put that song together, I think with Carolyn Lee. We've had a fantastic night here tonight. I'm going to squeeze out the last 3 minutes we have. Thank you, Lee, Pianosaurus. We haven't done any Mac and Mabel in 10 years. We've never done this one. Jerry Herman. We've never done it at Lounge Academy here. bet the Meyer sisters know this song. I won't send roses or hold the door. I won't remember which dress you wore. My heart is too much in control. The lack of romance in my soul will turn me gray. So stay away. Forget my shoulder when you're in need. Forgetting birthdays is guaranteed. And should I love you, I would be the last to know. I won't send roses, and roses soothe my soul. Isn't that a great song from Mac and Mabel? Jerry Herman. Who does Mac and Mabel anymore? Ooh. What's the other one? There's another one for Mac and Mabel.
Yes, Howard had to boil it last week.
Mary, what's the other song from Mac and Mabel? There was I Won't Send Flowers. And what?
Yes, that's the one I know. Wasn't that someday I will, you know, that song, someday, what's that, I will, you do that song, that's about, I will get over him, what is it? I can't think of the name of it, I can't think of the name of it. April, May, someday, Monday, someday.
Oh yeah, she's getting it.
Someday he will, I will. Yes, it's in a fog on my head.
So it'll come out of her mind within moments.
Turn to the right, you guys. It's something.
Someday,
Rebecca, it's a very
yeah.
pretty song.
One day, someday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday. What's the name of that song from Mac and Mabel? Someday.
I will forget. I don't know. We know that's what it's about. But I will forget him someday, meaning you're not going to forget him. Or it just looks like this one. Maybe not Peterson's. It looks like this one.
Come on, think of it, because I put it in here,
Someday.
but I need the title.
Can you research back on Mabel and just go over the song? We haven't done it very much.
Do a quick Google. I wanted to try it. I'm stalling them so they don't turn the PA on. Ari, what's the other Mac and Mabel song we're trying to think of where it goes Friday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, next year, sometime?
I don't see that in Mac and Mabel. Oh,
Time heals everything. Thanks, Ari.
Did he say that too?
No, but he would have. Okay, here we go. This is for the sisters.
Yeah, they from Beethoven's hair reveals.
Because they're the only ones. I'm just guessing, but I'm
Okay, I'll bite. Let's see what it says. I remember my father was researching Beethoven at some point. He goes, "Is he the proper doctors to go to something new?" He goes, "He's a drug."
okay. Does that ring a bell? Time heals everything. Tuesday, Thursday. Time heals everything. April, August. If I'm patient, the break will mend. And one fine morning, the hurt will end. So make the moments fly. Autumn, winter, I'll forget you by next year, some year. Though it's hell that I'm going through, that Tuesday, Thursday, April, August, autumn, winter, next year, some year. Time heals everything. Time heals everything but love. Loving you. Isn't that an awesome song? Don't worry, nobody knows that one, Pamela. Except the Meyer sisters. I'll bet they know it. And Ari Silverstein, of course. Great seeing you, Ari. Thanks for being here. Thanks for catching the end of the show. I know you're off to a...
You guys want to come?
What now? Now? I got to pack up. It takes me, and we're eating.
Go and do
Where are you going to be? Oh, no.
Post some stuff on Facebook. So
I love watching it, though. I love being there through your videos.
get off. I took off Facebook on my phone because it wasn't doing landscape. And I was told that Facebook got rid of that. And I didn't want to just focus on one musician.
Oh, really? Facebook only does... I didn't occur.
I used to love going.
Oh, thank you so much, Janice. Wonderful having you with us. Wonderful being with you. See you next week. Heartfelt thanks back at you, Sandra and Susan. So glad you're with us. A lot of fun. You're at the Hyatt. The Hyatt brings so much fun, doesn't it? Where else would I meet you and this be happening? People are coming from all over the world to see the eclipse next month. Right here, right?
is it supposed to be really vivid here?
Yeah. It's going to last half a second.
Everyone eclipse
And what we've got going here is just as unlikely as the eclipse, and we do it every week. What are the likelihood of meeting the Meyer sisters because they happen to be like trapped in Buffalo on a snowstorm? And then they come back to see us. Eclipse Schmitz. What would we say? Eclipse Schmitz. Schmiclips. Eclipse Schmiclips. We outdo it. Not to take anything away from the eclipse, but we break those records all the time, the odds of coincidences and weird things happening. Things in alignment. All right, we'll see you all next week, everybody. I'm going to fade to black so we don't cut off the end of the audio, and then we'll... Man, tonight, it went by like... I felt like I was on the thruway watching the poles go by.
Me too. It's a great description. In the middle of it, I was having a lot of fun, but I was thinking, "Who is going fast?" And I kind of appreciated that I was in the middle of the world.
Thank you, Nick Otto. You're coming for the... Oh, Nick's gonna be here for the eclipse. This is gonna be awesome. That's why you're coming up. That's great. That's fantastic. He's gonna come up and stare at the sun.
So is he going to come to
Drop acid. Of course he's gonna just... I don't even have to ask him. Of course he's gonna stop at Lounge Academy. He is Lounge Academy. Okay, everybody, have a fantastic week, and look forward to doing this again very soon, next Friday. Thank you.